I don't feel like it. The problem with that statement, it's a big one. It's a big negative affirmation. When you say I don't feel like it, you are giving yourself the impression that every time you don't feel like doing something, that you're just not going to do it. And it's just never going to get done if you continue to form this habit of just never doing things just because you don't feel like it and just waiting to feel like doing it. I mean, yeah, when you feel like doing something and it's great and it's awesome when you do it, it's satisfying and you do a good job, etc. Things like that, right? Uh, but when you give yourself that negative affirmation of I don't feel like it, so I'm not going to do it, then immediately you're limiting yourself, you're lowering your vibration, you're actually setting yourself back so much every single time you decide you say or affirm that you don't feel like it. And maybe you don't feel like it, right? Because it's a feeling, you know, feelings are real to us. We experience our feelings. They come. They come and they go. You know, feelings are temporary, and that's why we have that's the importance of mindfulness and meditation is seeing that feelings are temporary, and through seeing that, realizing that we don't have to let these feelings dominate us, and then we overcome them through the knowledge that these feelings are temporary, and through lots of strength and allowing and stilling and withdrawing and meditating, you can really practice not letting these emotions get to you. Um, so that's one of the reasons why I just really I'm adamant about meditation and centering yourself so you can just remember the things that you know are healthy for you and keeping yourself in a clear state of mind so you can continue to identify these things that are healthy for you. And with that, what this is about is that negative affirmation that so many people say, Americans. I mean, I'm here in Southern California, just like the typical pinnacle of America. And yeah, a lot of people don't feel like doing stuff and they just do a lot of unhealthy things and eat lots of unhealthy things. I eat lots of unhealthy things. Um, you know, just don't feel like eating healthy things. You just feel like eating a bunch of comfort food. I just feel like eating a bunch of comfort food, a bunch of pasta and chips and dip, and I try to force feed myself the broccoli and the carrots, but still, like after I finish the plate of broccoli and carrots raw, not even cooked, you know, just raw veggies, right? It's good for me. And then I make a plate of pasta with tomato sauce and butter, and oh, it's so good and it's amazing and it's comfortable for a short period, but then I'm just overcome with emotions again of no, I'm discontent, I'm empty, I need to keep eating because there's this emptiness. It's temporary. Just because I don't feel like it and just because I feel empty, it doesn't mean that I can't just choose to do something that's good for me. So what this really comes down to is self-discipline. What this comes down to is knowing what is the right thing to do. What this comes down to is knowing what is the good thing to do. The right thing to do, the healthy thing to do, the good thing to do, instead of just doing what you feel like. Because sometimes what we feel like doing is not the healthy thing to do. So, the whole message behind this is we just got to start to take one step to take good care of ourselves. And that's what will create that motion that we need so that we can begin pushing through that I don't feel like it thing that comes to us and latches on and keeps us from getting things done that we know we should get done. So for me, I meditate and it gives me just enough clarity and just enough positive momentum so that when that thing comes that says, I don't feel like doing this, at least most of the time, I can push it inside and say, no, I know I need to do this because this is good for me, this is good for my family, and this is going to lead to a good future. And in other words, it's going to lead to a good now. The right now, the present moment, the here and the now is going to be a good now if I do this right now. So that's just one insight. Perhaps you have your own insight about this. Perhaps you have, I'm sure you have your own thoughts on this. And with those thoughts, that's what will help you get the right insight to help you to overcome this I don't feel like it leech that latches onto us. And I hope you overcome that, and I hope you take care of a lot of important business, and I hope that you create positive momentum and positive progress in your life. I hope and I pray and I wish that you overcome the mountains you face. I hope and I pray and I wish that you become strong and that you receive clarity. And I hope that this inspires you to do good things for yourself and to make healthy choices for yourself and to just be good to yourself. And I hope and I pray and I wish that you learn to love yourself and to see yourself in a positive light. I thank you for being with me, and I love you. Be safe.